Yo, what's up guys, it's Garrison here and welcome back to the channel. So today I'll be doing my first listen / full-on review to Jostsbi's first mini album called Just Burn. Now I'm really excited for these B-sides as quite a few people recommended me to check out their album, especially after checking out their debut with Damage. Oh, I really love their song Damage. Been playing it at least once per day, actually multiple times I've got to admit throughout my rotation, and also been really enjoying how that song goes, especially in the chorus and the other verses in the song. But aside from that, let's see how this mini album's gonna go. I'm seeing familiar names off the rip, so let's just get into it, shall we? Alright, so this first song is called Getaway. I'm seeing Bain of BAP back at it again, working with them. We love to see it beyond the title track and beyond the production side, of course, in the lyrics and arranging side, if I recall correctly. But for this particular B-side, working alongside again with Yayo, Kim Chang-rak, and I believe Laser. Now, these individuals have worked with each other in the past before, actually. Yayo has worked with Bain on his particular songs, as well as some of BAP songs, the likes of Monster X as well. And then we got Kim Chang-rak. Kim Chang-rak has done some pieces for BAP, and I believe alongside with Laser. But I'm really curious how this song is gonna go now, especially after hearing their title track Damage. So let's just get into it. Oh, just be in the building. Just be in the building. Oh. Okay. Really taking the rock route with this one. Oh. Love the drum work in this and the electric guitar. Oh. Little string work here alongside Gono, I believe. It's like they're going to war or something like that, and I love it. Loving the ad-libs here. But I can totally hear the influence from Bain and the others on this song. Like, it got me reminiscent of the early days of BAP. Quite angsty with it, you know what I'm saying? Snare drums. Woo! Okay, instrumental break. Bain. Oh, the piano. Woo! Lim Ji Min on this though, wow, I believe it's Lim Ji Min, but his voice like goes deep on this particular song. But Just B's Getaway, I can see why they ended up performing this alongside their title track Damage, without a doubt. Of course, choreo can totally work alongside this song, a very in sync type of choreo, and I could really imagine it during the instrumental break by implementing a dance break in this song quite easily. But I really love how daring this song is, how daring and epic this song really is. Yeah, it's quite a shocker. Number one, taking the rock route. Number two, Lim Ji Min having like this deep of a voice in the song. But I can totally hear the influence coming from the producers and the songwriters behind the scenes on this song for sure. It got me reminiscent, like I said, of BAP, which is completely fine because it's not like totally completely BAP. I think it's like BAP style, but with like quite a modern twist to it, to be honest. This is what I've been missing though, in the scene these days, in K-pop these days, is heavy rock songs. I mean, it's really challenging to come through with like a heavy rock song or a metal song without coming too, how should I put this, too overwhelming, you know? I'm trying to say, I mean, I've heard it here and there for title tracks, and they don't hit me well, to be honest, for longevity wise, because when I love a certain song, there has to be longevity to it so I could actually stream that song, listen it throughout my playlist. However, Getaway has that longevity to it. It has that longevity to it because how elements are being implemented in this and how the vocals were done, especially by Gonu in this particular song right here. I really love how the electric guitar works in this, how the drums break down and the epic drums, multiple kinds of drums, I believe. But then there are certain moments where I'm like, yes, if I honestly think about Damage and like Getaway, you could totally hear the influence from the songwriters and producers behind the scenes on this one. So let's just bring it back here from the beginning, because this is where I hear the influence right away, believe it or not, even though in the chorus is where we mostly hear that influence coming from Bain Youngkook and the others as well, the likes of Yayo. Like, sure, this part, but like this part's not like the meat part. Just be in the building, okay? Right here, right here. If you guys listen closely, these choir sounds, then oh my goodness, how the guitars come in. The choir sounds, I said this quite a bit during my first reaction / sort of review to their MV and song Damage, their debut song Damage, and I was hearing in the hook choir vocals that are being distorted. In that one, the choir vocals are distorted. In this one, it's like, I wouldn't say I think it's more so clean, not distorted at all or twisted in terms of the choir vocals. I think this has to be some chopping being done here quite shortly. So that's where I'm hearing the influence right away on the song from these guys behind the scenes. I really dig in Bain or Bain in these songs though, like in Damage and Now and Getaway. Make it poppin'. Love the ad-libs in this. Choir sounds again, and then we break it up a little bit forward here. Oh, even before here. You could slightly hear a bit of those strings in the back, and that's what I didn't notice on the first listen actually, because I only noticed that near the ending part, I think before the piano actually. Yep, you can hear the strings here. Or did I notice it here? Either way, there's strings in the song. I can just imagine like Gen 2 choreo coming out in this one. Like really early Gen choreo or BAP choreo in this. But I love the intensity in it. Oh, it's just so beautiful. This bridge into the final chorus. This is the part where I'm like, yeah, Bain, I believe it's Bain. He just comes through. I think Gonu and Bain in this one really pop off. But of course, you got Lim Ji-min with his deep voice. And he can just hit these lines right here without his lower register. You honestly don't hear this kind of stuff from these days from new boy groups, really. This is different. And I gotta give that to them. I really do. I really do gotta give that to them. And it's good to hear that in a B-side beyond a title track. You know, I'm trying to say, you really don't get this kind of work these days. Heavy rock genre, lyrics being quite sensical. I wouldn't say meaningful, but ties along to the feelings and the vibes that we're getting from the song and how they deliver and project themselves throughout this song. But all in all, really good B-side, well-deserved song to really promote on the side alongside of their title track Damage. But let's just get into the next B-side now, shall we? So this next B-side is called My Way. Now I'm seeing Blue Rhythm work with Bain on the composing side to this. We love to see it, but Blue Rhythm on the arranging side, while we have Lee Suran on the lyrics department for this song. Now, oh my goodness, if y'all are familiar with my first listens, I am a huge fan of Lee Suran's works as well as Blue Rhythm, especially these days, because in case y'all didn't know, Blue Rhythm has been working hand in hand with Shin Ji-eun, coming from weekly on every single mini album for at least one particular B-side. I mean, on their latest We Play mini album, they dropped Lucky, one of my top favorite B-sides on that mini album. And I feel like now that I'm seeing Blue Rhythm work with Bain is honestly everything, but I feel like Blue Rhythm is in the works with all these companies. Of course, Kakao Entertainment being the parent company of Blue Dot Entertainment. It's quite interesting. That got me curious how this one's gonna go, but Lee Suran, I feel like the lyrics are gonna be absolutely phenomenal for this because Lee Suran has worked with huge artists, SM artists, of course, a lot of them, Red Velvet, EXO, Shiny, the list really goes on. JYP artists, ITZY, if I recall correctly, twice as well. But beyond that, working with Everglow and From S9 these days. But let's just get into it, shall we? Okay, with these hi-hats. Oh. 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 Okay, with these horns here. Bit of drum kit work. Oh, Lim Ji Min. I love the effects in this song, especially the vocal effects. A little bit of 808 bass. Jam. Snare drums. Wow. Ooh, My Way. Okay, so this song might be the favorite B-side. It's definitely in contention with the previous one. I'm gonna say this right away. We better see Bain work with Blue Rhythm on the next whatever single or mini album in the future. In general, I've got to say, I would love to see more works with Blue Rhythm and Bain so much, because this song is quite fascinating in how it's done with the vocal effects in this. Not I wouldn't say vocoder, not the usage of the vocoder, I would say, but more so vocal effects in this one. I love the lyrics in this one so much. I really do. It's just got me thinking right now, okay? How the chorus is done, but even matter of the fact how the pre-chorus is done in this song. So let's just bring it back for a bit. I need to listen to this again. So it's not like these vocal effects are used every second in this song, but it's quite heavily, but not in a heavy manner. It's in a light manner. It's not to the point where you can't recognize their vocals and where it's not too jarring. And I like how they did that, Bain and Blue Rhythm doing that, because we get to recognize who's who and how some of the members have their moments. And then at some points, there is no vocal effects, I believe, in this song in some moments. Sangwoo in this. Sangwoo. I think the drum kit work was really well done in this. Can totally see a choreo work with this song as well. Love how they do the AOAO. Like Lim Ji Min, even though with the vocal effects, I'm like, yep, that's Lim Ji Min. These are pretty good rap verses, not too shabby. And I love how it sort of has this distant kind of feeling, especially how the song is being titled My Way. I wake me up with rage. I'll never lose my way. Boom, bum, bum, bum. The horns are really nice. You can hear quite a bit of future bass elements in this. The mix of other genres. Leave it and I'll show you. Wow, My Way. There's a lot to appreciate about this song, I've got to admit. And I gotta give it to Bain and Blue Rhythm on this. And like I said, would love to see more works coming through Blue Rhythm and Bain. And I feel like we're gonna keep on seeing Lee Suran in the future. Well, hopefully, when it comes to the lyrics of some of their songs in the future, regardless if it's in the title track or the B-sides. But really, I really love the lyrics in this one, how everything goes from the pre-chorus to the chorus, and how the vocal effects are done in this. You know, not too heavily, but it's in a good amount of the song, I'd have to say, but not too heavily done. So hey, gotta give it to them, Blue Rhythm, Bain, and all. But let's just get into the next B-side now, shall we? So this next song is called Double Dare. Now I'm seeing quite a bit of familiar names, and I'm glad to see them here. Okay, so we have Lee Hyun-sang, Choi Ji-san, and XLMT coming from the production team called Artmatic. Now, Artmatic has worked with huge artists in the past and done a lot of huge OSTs as well. I mean, when it comes to a production team, you got multiple people doing multiple kinds of things. It could be writing the lyrics, it could be composing, and also just simply doing the top lining to the song. But Lee Hyun-sang, coming from Artmatic, and if I recall correctly, with XLMT, has worked together before on a song called Uni from Weekly. Oh my goodness, one of my top favorites on their latest We Play mini album, and seeing them here is amazing. Okay, I feel like Artmatic's really in the works with a lot of these companies that are under Kakao Entertainment. It feels like. Then again, Kakao Entertainment like owns like a ton of labels, to be fair. But then moving on to Soft Serve Boy. Now Soft Serve Boy, I am seeing here, has done a lot of significant works, especially as of recently has worked on Bam Bam's latest song called Ribbon, which I definitely enjoyed on my own time. But let's just get into Double Dare now. Double Dare. Oh, right out of the gate, right away, like that. Wow. I'm gonna rip you to pieces. Okay. Okay, snapping here. Build up here. Ooh. Oh my. I love how this song has its peaks and its dips quite a bit. The layering was done so well in this, and the ranging for this as well. I love how they just say double, how they deliver it and project themselves. Double Dare. Ooh, very ethereal-like in this moment here. Or I'd say angelic-like. Very light with it. With the snares. Oh. This song could have a choreo too. I feel like this song, they really get to showcase their vocals as well. Love the bass work in this. No. Okay. Wow. What a journey from listening to Double Dare here. I've got to say, I love the chorus the most in this. I think the hooks were really done well in this, and this song can be quite memorable, I have to admit. I feel like there's a really good balance of, how should I put this? Of like the modern kind of take in producing this song, but it also has a really good mix of how should I put this? Of like a little bit of older gen, not too much. So I'm saying that because I'm hearing a lot of the newer gen works in the pre-chorus, but then when the chorus hits, I'm like, ooh, I love how they get quite theatrical with it. I'm not sure the exact adjective to really describe how the chorus goes, but I really love how they really dip and go up and dip and go down, and how they delivered the chorus in this song, and how their vocals are showcasing this. I think the ranging side to this song really well done and all, and it can totally have a choreo to it. So let me bring us and go find the chorus in this. But before the fact, quite loud with it in terms of delivery in some moments. Not sure if I mess with the repeated pieces and freak lines, but love it. The build up. I love the build up into double double dare. And how these notes are being hit in this kind of succession. Like, come on. Yeah. And then the post-chorus. It has that modern twist to it as well. And I'm really glad, and I'm really glad that the chorus is not like this. I'm glad that the song is not throughout like this, in your face, all up in your face and aggressive, because there's way too many times where I've heard from like these latest songs coming out where it's all about that all in your face kind of vibe to it. If you do that kind of route, for at least for me, it's hard to listen to the song over and over again. I could see myself listening to the song here and there thanks to the chorus and the bridge in this song I've got to admit, as well as the pre-chorus too. I think the pre-chorus I do prefer slightly more than the post-chorus in this, and I've got to say again, the rap verses are all right. They're not like, you know, out of this world mind-blowing, but it works. What I'm really wanting so far from this first listen is seeing the rappers come through with their own lyrics, right? Beyond Bain working with another producer on the previous song. You know what I'm trying to say? I think I'll talk about that more when we wrap up this first listen and address that. But let's just go to the other part that I liked in here. About here. Love how it slows down. Builds up again. Got its wubs and dubs. Nah. And how the high note gets here. Really well executed. I love how they take it up another notch after the first time around with the yeah. Another good B-side, I have to say. Another good B-side on this mini album. So far, nothing's missing. But let's just get into the next B-side now. Alright, to wrap things up for this first listen, this final B-side is called Deja Vu. Unfortunately, I am not familiar with the names I'm seeing for this particular song, but I'll make sure to do my research on them if I end up enjoying or even loving this song. So let's go.
I made trouble to get home before the pattern reaction. Free pass to the line.
Love how this song starts and the horns in the back. Oh. Okay, build up here. Okay. Nice 808 bass. Okay. Now these are the rap verses I'm digging here. High key, low key, okay. Love the dynamic of the members on this song, how they work off of each other. Quite playful in terms of the delivery. Oh. You know how I feel. Okay, so that was Deja Vu. I've got to say this song's quite interesting. A grower for me. I think I'd get it upon a couple more listens to this song, and I say that with how interesting certain verses are delivered in this in a playful manner. But with that being said, I really love the pre-chorus in this song. I really dig the rap verses this time around, and all. I think this, alongside their title track Damage, have quite a prominent, and as well as another B-side that I'll talk about when I officially wrap things up for this first listen. But really dig the rap verses in this one, I'd have to say. But let's bring it back for a couple moments in this song, because there's some moments that I really like. But like I said, how they work off each other is really nice in this one. How one member comes in, the other member comes in, or a couple members coming together. It's quite an interesting drop, I've got to admit. but I'm not like 110% with it. I'm like halfway there. That's why I'm saying like it's gonna need more couple listens. Love the ad-libs, and but after his rap verses there, and then some vocal lines come through, and then into more rap verses here. And I feel like for Deja Vu here, and even the previous song that we've just listened to, there are certain lines where I'm like, okay, it works, but at times it can be cheesy. I've got to admit, with high key, low key. I really got to admit there's some moments like that, especially in the previous song here and there. But hey, I feel like those lines can sometimes be growers. I'm just really glad that nothing like that happened in their title track, which is a really good thing and all. But yeah, Deja Vu has its moments. I want to listen to this part again. Love the piano here a bit. Or was it? I think it was way before. Love the drum work. Love the high note that gets his ear. Freaky, freaky. Oh, freaky, and then, okay. It's not an itty bitty, okay. And these are the playful lines that I'm talking about. Love how it starts. Love the pre-chorus. Not too crazy about the hooks in this one, but I love the high notes and how it has its vocal moments in this one and how the rap verses were done. Now, overall, to wrap things up for this first listen to Just B's first mini album called Just Burn. First things first, I love how clever it is, Just B, Just Burn, you know what I'm saying? And I love how they didn't come out with a single album or a single, matter of fact. They came out with a mini album and hitting really strong, making an impact with this first mini album beyond the title track, okay? At times, I really dig title tracks when it comes to these new groups and boy groups especially, but sometimes the B-sides aren't really fully there, and I'm really glad that this mini album, I would say, is, to be quite frankly, from a subjective standpoint, like an 8.5, solid, really solid 9 out of 10. I would say 9 out of 10, and I say that really due to the title track, the likes of Getaway and My Way, and how everything was done, and they've got to show different sides to themselves. In the future, though, I would really love to hear more usage of different genres upon Just B. I'm talking about like R&B Just B. I'm talking about like power ballad or a pop ballad by Just B would be quite interesting, or even the modern trend these days that we've been hearing with retro genres such as disco or some sort. But considering that how the concept was done for this, it makes sense that they've gone this route. I sort of like the layout for this mini album. However, I personally think it would be more tasteful if Double Dare was on the final track and Deja Vu before it, the matter of fact, but nonetheless really good in how these songs were done. We started with Getaway for this first listen. I think Getaway and My Way are neck and neck. Really, a lot of good longevity and replay value when it comes to those B-sides upon first listen. I can tell. BAP, a lot of BAP, Bang Young Gook, influence on Getaway with Yayo and Laser and Kim Chang Rak, I've got to admit. But despite having that, a really nice modern twist to it, rap verses were phenomenally done, as much as in Damage. And I love how they went really heavy rock with it. Not just rock, but heavy rock with it, and how they can come through like that. And it makes sense why they put it as the other promotional song for this comeback for promotions. And I could totally see what a dance break during that instrumental break. And I'm pretty sure I'm totally correct about that when I check out their performance on my own time. Then we got into My Way. Don't even get me started with this one. Blue Rhythm and Bain, really love how they work together, and I would love to see them work together on the next mini album or whatever album. The matter of fact, I really love the vocal effects in that one. Not too heavily used, but used mostly throughout the song. But at the same time, we could recognize their vocals. And I emphasize this a lot because a lot of the times these days, even in title tracks, sometimes when it comes to, I would say, a good amount of boy groups where the vocal effects are done and you can't fully really dissect who is who in terms of the vocals and all. And there's some vocal moments in that I wouldn't say it's the most track that it's not the track that shows their vocals the most, but really good nonetheless. Neck and Neck with Getaway. Double Dare, I gotta give it to the team, Artmatic, and the individuals who came from Artmatic to work with Just Be on this one, and the people, the lyricists coming through, and Soft Serve Boy as well. I think the song is really well done. I really love the chorus, like I mentioned, and how it had its peaks and drops and peaks and drops and kept playing with us. It had its moments where it played with us, and I really love how all the songs, actually, the matter of fact, on this mini album plays with us. Damage has its theatrical moments. Getaway, it has its moment with the piano near the end. My Way, it has its vocal effects. Double Dare, especially in the chorus, I love how it switches, how it goes into the bridge. And now to conclude with Deja Vu. Deja Vu has its playful moments. Not my utmost favorite, I've got to admit, but still a pretty decent song to add in the mini album. So yeah, solid 9 or 8.5 out of 10 for me for this first mini album. I really love how they worked with these specific individuals and production teams and all. It really makes sense at the end of the day at Kakao Entertainment, but I really would love to see them push themselves in the future, as I mentioned earlier on, most particularly either the rappers coming through and writing their own lyrics in their songs and implementing in their songs, or just fully taking part in the lyrics. I wouldn't say the members alone, but really co-writing their songs in the future. Now, whether we'll get that in the near future, I have no clue, but if we do not, that is completely fine, because you see a lot of these boy groups and girl groups, especially these days, that come out. That doesn't really happen until we get hit into the fourth mini album, to be honest, or even a full album and all. And it'd be really grateful if it even happens really beyond right after the debut, the first mini album. And a really good example of that, like I mentioned earlier, Blue Rhythm and Shinjian coming from Weekly, and then I've seen it from other boy groups where they got one member co-composing a song specifically, or co-writing a song like that. So I gotta give it to them that Bain took part in this. Bain, ooh, he's up there, okay? It's either Gonu or Bain for the bias. I think eventually I'm gonna be a fan of this group. We shall see in the near future, and of course when they hit that first comeback Really glad that they decided to bring Bang Young-gook in the works as well as the others for their title track and Getaway. I think Damage, well-deserved title track. Getaway, well-deserved song to promote. My Way, love it, love it, love it. And I like how they show some of that modern twist, but not too heavily, I've got to admit. So if they keep continuing this path and then eventually challenge themselves when it comes to lyrics, more specifically rap lines, rap verses in their songs, I think they're gonna be a really good boy group to mess with, and like I said, a must watch boy group right now, like I mentioned, for when I first checked out their MV for Damage. The rap verses I love the most: Deja Vu, Damage, Getaway. I'd have to say, and a bit of My Way, if I recall correctly. But hey, this has been Garrison, though. As always, let me know your thoughts about this first mini album by Just Be, titled Just Burn. Did you have your favorites like I did? I would say neck and neck, My Way, Getaway for the favorite B-side. Title track still #1, and then it would go Double Dare and Deja Vu for me. If you guys can let me know your favorites, let me know in the comment section down below, or if you agreed with a good amount of my points, please let me know. But be sure to like, share, maybe subscribe as always, as it helps out the channel so much, and just warms my heart connecting with y'all about Just Be, this brand new boy group where I'm seeing quite a lot of familiar names in the group, as well as the people working with Just Be. Now, whether I would love Bang Young-gook to work with Just Be again, would absolutely love it. I think eventually they're gonna have to switch it up, and hopefully a drastic switch up wouldn't happen in the first comeback, as I've seen that quite a bit here and there when it comes to new groups, unfortunately. But take care, everyone. As I also say throughout my videos, have a great day, have a good night, have a good afternoon, wherever you are. Please stay safe, promise me that, as it's crazy out there, and peace.